Hello everyone, just a quick video about Gajo Games located in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the place where we come and get our miniatures locally. It's a good sized store, 3 levels. The upper and lower levels is set up for gaming. The main level is where your merchandise is found. As you walk into the store, you are going to find the first thing you're going to see is the paint. They have pretty much everything from Vallejo down to Citadel, P3, Foundry, AK, brushes, the things that you need for terrain. At the front of the store, also, you're going to find the 40K and Age of Sigmar Fantasy. Front desk also has all the new releases, books. So if something gets new release, this is where you come over and look for it. So that's pretty nice. And then storage. This is the miniatures they pre-paint and they sell. If you look at the link, this is not everything, but this is basically what like new they just put out. You can find for American War Independence, you can find for World War II, and then your main game systems here. Now, that section earlier where you see those little cubicles, we have places where we can just come over and pick our merchandise and leave it there and have him save it until we'll come back and pay for it later. So it's a pretty nice place to hold things that you know you're going to eventually get, and you just want to make sure that they're there when you're going to get them. Although if he runs out, he orders everything pretty fast. Sorry about me going back and forth. It was a long video, so I did a lot of editing, so you can pretty much see the variety of things that he's carrying. So historical, fantasy, metal, plastic, saga, I mean, you name it. It's a pretty good place to come over and get your miniatures. As you walk in here, you're going to see that bases, war lore. This is all the war lore stuff he carries. So all the systems, including bolt action, which is directly behind me now. You'll see here in a second, and then also you'll see the section where you'll see a lot of the historicals. From the historical war lore, black powder, sort of speak. Hail Caesar. This is where you have all your war lore, Perry, Big Tricks, and I think Gold Glory too, and some Foundry. It's a one stop place for you to get all your miniatures. And like I said earlier, if he's not here, he'll order for you. He keeps the shelves pretty stocked with things that the people will need. The boxes of Zulus he restocked after we bought just about every box. We're gonna have a big old game of that, so that should be pretty fun. Yeah, there's some Zulus. Pretty nice, right? Congo, a large box sets. Rock Drift. So if anyone's looking for that, let me know. I don't know if they even still make that set. Behind the wall where I was a minute ago, this is where all your rule sets are for the most popular ones, but he also has a different sort of like shell where he keeps older rules. In the back corner of the store, you can also find a lot of the books that you would need for reference materials. Sorry, I had to close the door. My kids came in and were quite loud. Anyway, here's a good library. If the book is available in print, he'll get it. If it's not there. Now we're going to go downstairs, and downstairs is an overflow, which is to the left. You're going to have some pretty good sales. I think it's 60% of the stuff from Flames of War, the old metal part. So you can see that you can do both systems. This is one of the game rooms. This is the main game room, reserve room. This is where we usually play our large games, right? He'll put all those tables together. It depends on the scenario. Right now, he has a little separated because of what's going on with COVID. So this room is limited now to X amount of people because of the restriction within the county and the city. All the material you can pretty much imagine is around this room. So you can do desert for the Israeli conflict, Arabic-Israeli conflict, fantasy terrain. These are popular tiles that they set up, so we can use them for pretty much everything, right? Ancients to War of Independence. And then here's some terrain for World War I, trenches. At the back end of this room, there's a painting booth. That's the store's painting, but this is for us to come over and prime, which is very nice in the winter time, right? I have my own paint booth, but sometimes it's this portable one. I can just come over here and start priming my miniatures and painting however I want them, right? And if I'm putting miniatures together upstairs, where we usually sit down and have a nice social time. Once they get done, I can come over and get them primed here. But below the tables, you can see all sort of terrains and things like that. I'm back to that corner, and the reason why I want to come over is so I can show you the other end of the hallway, which is going to lead us into the upper floor. Bolt action and other miscellaneous games or periods at different times. And right behind me too, the wall is full of terrain for sale. So if you want to create your own terrain, it's got the pre-painted terrain, or the ones that you can just glue and paint yourself or put together if you want to do your own terrain. So, and if there's something that he doesn't carry, he'll order for you if you want it. So that's convenient. I'm at the upstairs now. You can see that there's a lot of tables. Tables stuck on top of each other is because COVID. So he's trying to limit how many people can be upstairs. But you can see that you come over here is they'll do tournaments. Some of these miniatures you can use with their permission. They'll do tournaments, but at the same time, if you come over here on a Saturday when there's nothing going on, you just pick a table, they start picking terrain, and you can set up your own game here. Those figures are really nice. Chris, one of the persons that work here, does a really good job painting those. But anyway, you can see the table is pretty nice area, pretty clean. The other thing that I have to say about the store is a pretty well maintained store, but it also is a very clean, comfortable place to be. Anyway, you guys can see in the link some of the game reports that we do every quarter, every month, every year. If you have any questions, let me know. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys like the store. I know this is a quick video, but you can see it's a pretty large place to be. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.